One of the things that I have done in the core concepts is show you this, and I want to make sure that you understand that if I do not tap with this rounded edge, I am more apt to have this. And you can see how clean of an edge that is. Let's get it down to where you can see it even better. And that clean edge is much different when I go to repair it than it would be otherwise. So if I'm coming in here, it's going to be really hard for me to match my strokes in there. It's really going to be hard for me to put my tapered stroke in there and not make the part that's remaining darker, or have the middle of my tapered stroke get darker, as you can see this. And I want this to be able to have an opportunity to transcend too. So if I, instead of rub, I can use my eraser like this, and you can see that soft transition. Even if I went into my drawing a little more, listening to the sound all the time and making sure that I have something that is obviously getting not quite as loud, a softer tap. But now I can come in there with a tapered stroke, making sure that I'm landing and taking off within that space so that it matches up with that variegated or that transitional edge that I created with my eraser. Let's take care of some of these harsh ends. I would tap a little harder, maybe outside the end, and then lighter, lighter, lighter. And you can listen to the noise and tell pretty much what's going on, so that I have that transition, so that I can come back in and I can take my tapered ends and blend them right into that modified or repaired area. And the two light ends of the stroke, that meeting with one coming this way, will make the full value. And that's the same thing that happens here. If I lighten up this end and I come back in with my tapered stroke, the lighter end of my tapered stroke should allow this to become pretty consistent value through here. So that way I can repair something as I go without anybody knowing. I defy anybody to really, unless I'm just really careless, or you catch me before I've had a chance to really refine it, you cannot see where I've made changes. And I take a lot of satisfaction in that, because I don't want those to become what's noticeable about my drawing. I want to make sure that I'm accomplishing what I want, to communicate what I want, to have the mood, the character, and all those things without having to have a something noticeable that distracts my attention. Now also, I'm only working with the 4H. It's really important that you use the appropriate pencil. But often in patching up something, I probably, even if I was working with the HB, maybe even the 2B, I might come back to my 4H or one of the lighter ones, maybe the 2H if it's okay, and I will put those new repair strokes, feathering that in with that, because I'm not apt to make a darker stroke. Because if I come in and make a darker stroke, I've got a whole new problem, and I have to decide, well, maybe I didn't want to go that dark, so what am I going to do? I don't want that dark stroke there. And besides that, look how it starts becoming almost another edge over here. So I'm going to want to come in here, and I'm going to probably take it off. I wouldn't have had the problem had I maybe used the 4H. And now I'm going to take my value and I'm going to come up to that line